All right, next day, we're still building it out. More some of the Amazon stuff came in. Don't have a locking set for the 1/4 inch, so that's why I got this one. This one that I do not have a 1/2 inch non-flex ratchet up there. So we got the comfort grips and all the other stuff, but we don't have one of this. And this is also, I didn't have any 1/2 inch 6 points sockets. And speaking of sockets, this is 12 points complete set, 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch, which I do not have. And so we're gonna see where we can have room for that one. It's probably gonna be in the very top shelf. I'm gonna change some stuff around. This one is a flex ratcheting set. So this is made by Anvil. Get another Amazon Prime deal. And these are more some bobbing hammers. And this one has the anti-vibe embossed into the handles. So I believe this is probably the same company that produces these hammers for Harbor Freight. This is not from Harbor Freight, this is also Amazon, but they're under a brand name Proto. So, this is what I'm saying, is like a lot of these tool manufacturers, they're producing for multiple brands out there. They're just rebranding them, and just putting on a slightly different name. They'll change out the remote or something like that, but the core tool itself is the same among a lot of these manufacturers. So, that's how it is. All right, so here's also the Crom. This is what I was talking about compared to the Capri. All right, so there you go. That's the 3/8 Crom. So these are looking pretty good. We'll see. All right, so I have for those two. And these are some of the missing Capri sockets. You can buy them individually, as I mentioned. So we're gonna put it back over there. These are the rows for the Capri stubby sockets, the nano sockets. This is actually in red instead of the blue, so I'm going to change those out. And I'll do another unboxing of this video. I ended up getting, the big impact one. And there's some sockets in here, 2 batteries and the charger. Anyway, I'll do a complete unboxing of this one. This one's the ratchet version. This one is the also a smaller ratchet version, but it has a different battery, similar to the M12 and Milwaukee's. So it's similar to the ones over there, those Milwaukee's. But I'm not sure they're gonna keep that one. We'll see, but I'll do another video. And I'm planning on getting the extended version of this. They have one that's has a 4-inch extension, but that one's pretty expensive. It's $104. It's almost pushing on Milwaukee price range. But I heard these are really good. Boy, they have a full line, so I think these guys are trying to figure out how to do really good quality tools at a pretty low price. So it is a Chinese brand, but just the way they sound, the way they feel, and everything, it's pretty good. So we'll see how that works out. But I'll make a different video for that one. One thing I wanted to point out about these foam cutouts, when they're already pre-cut from any of these different manufacturers, I know there's a problem. They sure do look nice, but when you try to grab it, look what happens. Okay, this is a problem. It's gonna get annoying. I mean, it's gonna happen to, you kind of have to like maneuver stuff, and it just, and then plus look how much space it's taking, right? And then whatever way you put it, you're gonna have to deal with this foam size, right? So you can't really change, reconfigure it the way you want it if you use, ratchet standoffs or some of these trays. So now you could have it go and cut this out and make it a little bit more loose. But look, you shouldn't have to do that. Once they come out of the box like that, then that's just more work for you. Now you can go and get like your own foam style. You can go to certain companies that does the cutout for you very accurately. But again, you're paying more money again. So you shouldn't have to do on these type of foam. So a lot of the other manufacturers, it's the same situation. But again, it's just taking up a lot of space. So I'm gonna be using ratchet standoffs and extension standoffs for this one. Something I'm actually designing myself already. And then this one, I got some more of these trays, the ones with the numbers in the back, in the front. So I'm gonna swap it out to this since all the other sockets came in. So I'm gonna do that. They look really nice. you know, but just functionality wise, it can get kind of annoying, you know. I mean, you know, and sometimes you have to use two hands, and you know, you don't want to do that. You want to be able to just grab it, you know, like here, just grab it and go. You know, you have to put a lot more effort just to put these things away and take it out, and just it's not efficient, you know, if you want to get things done very quickly. And if you're the type of person that mechanic that works at a dealership, which I don't, but if you work at a dealership or some of these private shops, I mean, they rush the heck out of you. So, you know, you're gonna have to figure out how to do things as quickly as possible in every little thing. I hate to do this to your icon, but if I gotta do it. And I can actually store a 1-inch on there. This one I cannot. So I don't want to do it. It looks really nice, man. Damn. But it's starting to look so good, you know, once I fill everything out. So, but it takes up a lot more space too, man. And it's freaking hard to take out. Whereas here, man, I'll just go and I'll just grab it, do my thing, be done. But I'm not gonna throw this away. I'm gonna put it back in these boxes and I'm gonna keep them. I'm gonna do something with them. I don't know, because it's just too nice to throw away. As we continue on. So as mentioned, I don't have any 1/2-inch sockets or the 1/2-inch wrench, and so instead of getting the Icon solid one, I went with the 3-inch socket set. This is the 120 ratcheting teeth. It's really just a 2-pawl configuration with 60 teeth. Doesn't have a quick release, but that's okay. Some of these sockets, you know, they look pretty nice, almost like Terminator style. Interesting thing is though, the SAE does not have the knurling, but the metric ones do. But that's okay, because I use mainly metric. SAE is just there as a complete set. So all right, I'm gonna fill these up. Yo, so I just opened these up, the 12-point socket set, and this is what I really like. You know, they just send it in some plain packaging, and then they just send it some raw packaging like this in just plastic bags. I mean, look at this. It seems like I'm just picking up a bag of silver bars, you know. And look at here, we got some bigger sockets with the big dogs right here. Yeah. So that's cool. You can order the pieces, you know, just a socket cells, because I didn't have any 12 points. And I've been in situations where there was a couple nuts where, man, they just wouldn't come out. It was a real tight situation, and just getting that extra 15, 30 degree, I was able to remove the parts. So that looks pretty cool. Let's see how it looks with all this fancy lighting. Camera kind of adjusts for it. And then you got these the locking extensions. That's what I don't have, and you know, they didn't sell it separately, so I just went and got the whole extension kit, the 1/4-inch kit. Comes with a flex head. These are 90 teeth, and that one, you know, is just a regular bicycle type ratcheting drive, but that one there is a gyroscopic. So I'll demonstrate what that looks like. You know, if I just take this one and attach it like that, you know, you'll have a swivel ratchet. But it also goes this way. So what you have here is a gyroscopic swivel. All right.